unlike any other Millmoor day. The arrival of a little yellow car, as usual, containing groundsman Albert Wilson. Again, as usual, the first to open the silent ground, now merely a sanctuary for birds, but soon to be a mecca for Miller fans hoping to see the ultimate culmination of a 9-month campaign which has already guaranteed the club's return to Division 2. Hours later, Plymouth Argyle will come through that door for the final game, which, if won by the Millers, guarantees the title beyond all doubt as coming to Rotherham, the first major championship in the history of Rotherham United Football Club. But for now, there is much to be done for Albert Wilson and his helpers. At the other end of the ground, preparations also begin. Not this time for pitch, but for people. People require food. Food must be provided. Whilst Albert rides the pitch, the catering corps begin their chores. Albert continues his task, a final manicure for the playing surface. Lines are repainted as for every game, but this is special. Albert Wilson is certain that Millmoor will look its very best for this, the great day of season 1980-81. Sand takes place of grass in the centre circle. And meanwhile, off the pitch, the sponsors' needs are attended to by Walter Pratt and his crew. In the main office, Club Secretary Jim Bennison, Assistant Ian and Secretary Sandra continue their preparations.
The car park is kept clear of any cars that were not designated. Make sure of that. Your efforts this afternoon for Dick and George. Okay. The new prices for our match for Monday night must be registered in the book in preparation for Monday night. If you do that. All right? Yep. I think that's about all from us now.
By mid-morning, things are hotting up on the forecourt. Fans arrive early, wishing to savour every possible minute of this day, which many of them have waited years to see. In the promotions office, it's a busy time. The staff are at full stretch.
Got records in.
Souvenirs are counted. Programmes sorted for the guests.
With them.
Lottery tickets too, a vital part of the club's economy, must all be ready for purchase. Sponsors' enquiries are dealt with efficiently and quickly. Today, everything must go for the Millers. Lottery tickets, of course, must go every week. Irene Stevens serves Ted Gilberthorpe, one of the Millers' agents. On the forecourt, for the love of the Millers, Ada already is in good heart, voice and rattle. Younger supporters clamour at the red and white shop for their own personal souvenirs. The Brentwood Hotel is an oasis of calm for the team and their connections. Barry, you're going down, as always, the first to leave the hotel. What's in your mind?
Well, today, John, is possibly the best day I can remember at Rotherham United. And From the players' point of view, I think today is the last league match of this season where they can clinch the championship. And I would personally be highly delighted if they did that. For everybody in the club, it's been a really good, hard season. And I think at the end of the day, everyone gets the rewards, and nothing better than to get one of the 4 main championships of the season.
They say that no one in a football club knows the players better than the physiotherapist, and that's been one of your major duties this year. Therefore, you must know the mood of these players as they approach this game. How would you describe it?
I think today, John, they realised that the winning of the championship's totally in their court. As you probably appreciate, we won promotion some 4 games ago, and one can't really tell what goes through their mind in the subsequent games, but I think today they realise it's for real, and I think they'll do justice.
And for Barry Claxton, what does it mean to be associated with Rotherham United after the many years you've been at the club on today?
Well, today, John, I think is the highlight of my sort of term at Rotherham. I sincerely hope there's a lot more sort of success to come, and hope the club goes one way, and that's further still into Division 1 eventually, I hope.
John Sadler, Maltby born, but now very much a national figure. What does today mean to you for Rotherham United?
The thought that my team is successful at last again, John. Promotion, 3rd Division Championship, it looks odds on. And what an incredible story. I mean, Rotherham United this season are responsible for making football success look easy. You get a new chairman with a lot of money, he buys himself a football club, he appoints himself a manager. Not only successful, he wins himself a championship. What an easy game this is. I wish England internationally could realise the same thing.
Of course, you're a hard-talking and a hard-writing pressman, but you say, my team. Does Rotherham really mean all that much to you as a professional?
Yes, it's the team that I used to stand and get soaking wet through watching them as a kid. I used to stand in front of where the press box is now and watch the likes of Ronnie Burke or Jack Shaw, Jack Selkirk, Gladstone Guest, we used to call him Ike. Yeah, they're my team. I watched them as a kid. I grew up on them. I was weaned on Rotherham United, so it's in the veins. And on Saturday night, whether I'm at Nottingham Forest or Arsenal or Manchester United, I pick up the paper and the first result I look for is little old Rotherham. And now they're not as little. They're 2nd Division, not 3rd.
You're a hard-hitting, hard-talking pressman. Is there really a feeling in your soul for this club?
Oh, I'm loving every minute. I'm delighted the sun's shining, because it's shone all season in a sense for Rotherham. I just wish that the miners of the area who slog away at the coalface and the steel workers who sweat cobs in the steel mills, I just hope they get themselves off the backsides and get down there and appreciate somebody else and another organisation that's worked damned hard to make this day possible. I think it's tremendous, and I think the whole area should be celebrating. And day here, sun shining, superb. What a great day for my team.
Anton Johnson, 18 months ago, you bought Rotherham United. Half the fairy tale has come true. You've got promotion. In a short time, you go down to face Plymouth. Will the title come to Rotherham, do you think?
No question about it, yes. We'll have the title by 4:45 this afternoon.
And it's the sort of confidence which you've exuded ever since you came to the club. What exactly gives you that confidence?
I've got a crystal ball that I keep indoors.
A crystal ball?
Yeah, sure.
What about your people? What about the Porterfield?
Well, I think really, I mean, I'm only sort of a cog in the wheel, but I think the whole setup we've got organised here is absolutely magic. Everybody pulls together, and I think really this is part and parcel of what this whole football match is all about. You know, I mean, right from the groundsmen to the programme sellers to the spectators to everybody, we're all pulling together, and this is how we're going to get the result today.
In other words, it's Rotherham United.
That's it, in one word, united.
What do you see for the future?
Obviously we're going to have to take a little while to get ourselves accustomed to the 2nd Division, but there's no question that I'll make sure that we get Rotherham United into the 1st Division by our centenary, which is 1984.
1984, a formidable year. George Orwell wrote things about 1984. Have you any doubts at all about 1984?
None whatsoever, no. No, we'll be there.
People say, will we be able to get the people in the First Division? What's your answer to that?
Well, I've just having a very large net made with some very large hooks on it, and hopefully... No, I think we will get them in there. There's no question of that. I think they do appreciate good football in Yorkshire. There's no question of that. And I had my doubts for the first 6 months of this season, but the last 2 or 3 months we've started to bring them out, and hopefully they'll be coming and watching us next season.
Yeah. From Essex to Rotherham, it's about 170 miles. In football terms, it's a lot further than that. Are you glad you made the trip?
Most definitely.
Back at Millmoor, it's 2 p.m, 1 hour to kick off. The forecourt is a bustle with fans waiting in eager anticipation. The Boys Brigade collectors do a roaring trade. Keen fan Vera Murray in full costume, and in the programme hut, Peggy Fawkes sorts the thousands of programmes that will be sold for this special game. Everyone gets a badge. Ada's saving herself for the match. And the programmes do a roaring trade, people coming from all parts to purchase their own souvenir. Turnstiles begin to click merrily. Boys Brigade in full cry. Terrace soaks up the atmosphere. The Tivoli too. Singing, chanting and throwing ticker tape all requires energy. The tray lads are on hand to supply it. By the dressing rooms, television commentator Martin Tyler greets John Breckin, and a star of the future practices against the wall. Supporters Club committee men make their way down to see friends. Paul Shane of Heidi High and Danny Cannon, singer on the Miller's record, make their way down to see the players.
The championship anyway, doesn't matter. Don't look at the camera, Danny. Follow me.
Paul Shane, star of television, Danny Cannon, the man who leads the Rotherham United record Miller men. Both men here today, both local men, both keen Rotherham United supporters. Gentlemen, what do you think of this season?
Fantastic. You agree, Danny? Absolutely marvellous.
And for next season, Paul?
Oh, I think next season we should do well in the second division. I think maybe 2 or 3 seasons we'll be in Division 1. I really do believe that, because the support is starting to come back to Rotherham like it used to be in the 50s. And that can't be bad for Rotherham Town.
Can't be bad for Rotherham Town. Johnny, can't be bad for Rotherham United. What about the Millerman record? Is that going as high as the team?
Hopefully, because if it goes as high as the team, then the team are in on it as well, aren't they?
Indeed.
It's all part and parcel.
Gentlemen, we'll let you enjoy the game.
Thank you very much indeed. Right.
Police Superintendent Keith Beaumont takes Anton Johnson and party to see a new police horse. But outside, the anticipation ever mounts. Of old and young, that's a football crowd. That's the Millmoor crowd, all waiting and hoping for the game to begin, all ever ready to chat about Rotherham United. Chairman Johnson makes his way around the pitch to greet and thank the fans who have come back to Millmoor in ever-increasing numbers since he took over the club. He promised promotion. He's poised to take the title. Rotherham folk appreciate a man who keeps his word. Chairman Johnson shows affection for them, and they return that affection in full. The build-up, the waiting, the anticipation is almost over. The crowd await the arrival of the gladiators, and they hope the champions. Chairman Johnson will take his seat in the box. Martin Tyler will take up the story of the match.
The lads are just about ready for the hottest welcome this season.
Rotherham United come out onto the ground where they haven't been beaten in the league all season, and where they now need just 1 point to be sure of the third division championship. John Breckin has an extra reason for wanting that trophy here at Millmoor. At the start of this, his testimonial season, a national bookmaker donated to his fund a free £25 bet on Rotherham to be champions. The odds then, 66 to 1, and he intends to share any winnings with his teammates. Breckin only plays after a late check on a foot injury, and Rodney Fern has also satisfied Ian Porterfield that he's shaken off a damaged knee. But Mark Rhodes is missing from midfield, and Mick Gooding deputises. David Kemp is the most likely candidate if anyone is going to spoil the Millmoor celebrations. Kemp has clocked up 28 goals this season, and since he came into league football, he's scored in every one of the 8 games he's played against Rotherham United. Plymouth come here 9 games unbeaten, with their defence strengthened by the return of Forbes, Phillips and Masters after suspension. And at right back, Gordon Nisbet signed from Hull City in January. Referee Peter Tilsley from Stockport. And Plymouth Argyle kick off, with Rotherham United defending the goal to the right in the white shorts. And the destination of the third division championship trophy very much in Rotherham's hands. They've just lost a little of their discipline since clinching promotion. Here's Jerry Forrest for them. John Seasman losing out to Donald Murphy, and this is David Kemp, who has really made a habit of doing well against Rotherham United. Chris Harrison taking over. And now Colin Randall. This is Kevin Hodges, who passed the fitness test out on the pitch half an hour before the game. And John Breckin, whose testimonial match is here on Monday night, and the championship trophy will be presented if Rotherham have clinched it today. Plymouth beat Rotherham 3-1 at Home Park earlier in the season. Certainly have been in good form recently. Sims holding it up. Kemp's got in the middle with Johnson. Played in by Murphy. Johnson gets to it, and David Kemp was offside. Brian Johnson's header. He'll play wide on the right of the Plymouth midfield. Plymouth using 2 flank players, Johnson on this near side and Donald Murphy on their left. Mountford in the Rotherham goal. Touched on by Henson. Gooding. Foster there in front of Fern. Rodney Fern, who started the season on the transfer list. Here's Camp. John Sims showing a deft touch on the deck. Camp getting past Bracken. Randall. Here's Johnson. And Plymouth start really reflecting the confidence of their recent run. Just 2 defeats, in fact, in their last 17 games. And the cause really of their demise in the chase for promotion has been failure against the clubs at the bottom of the table. Plymouth lost both their games against Blackpool. Hull City took 3 points from them. And in the end, when one looks back, is the difference between promotion and not getting there. Foster's header. Just a little bit of early nerves from Rotherham. The pitch is quite heavy in the middle from mainly artificial sources. The groundsman involved in some heavy watering. Henson trying to play it into the feet of Moore. And it was Phil Henson's header. Jeff Crudgington. Cliff, all beaten by Phillips and Masters. Bracken. Here's Gordon Nisbet. Sims had come short and then found the ball going beyond him. Rotherham, in fact, have only taken 1 point from 3 matches since gaining promotion at Carlisle. Quicker than Sims. The pass asking too much of Moore and Fern. Ronnie Moore, signed from Cardiff City in the close season. He's got 24 goals this season. From Hodges to the displeasure of the crowd. Phillips and Masters beating Fern. Chris Harrison's clearance blocked. But here's Stancliffe. Sims giving it away to Fern. Now Henson. Bracken forward again. And it drops between Ronnie Moore and Rod Fern. Comfortable for Crudgington. Seasman's header helped on by Henson. control at the back. Who played his first home game for Rotherham United in this equivalent fixture last year and scored twice. Here's Sims, who does so much of the spade work in the Plymouth attack. Touch under pressure from Phillips and Masters. And the pensive Rotherham chairman, Anton Johnson. Johnson. Here's Sims. Brian Johnson continuing the run. Forrest there first. A header from George Foster. Kemp mistiming his effort. Now Mick Gooding. Colin Randall in quickly on him. Breaks for Breckin. Sims having to get back. Paul Stankiff coming over to take the long throw. Matt Bow by Nisbet. Stankiff again, onside. But losing his coordination at a vital moment. But Towner has it back. Here comes for more. And the early anxiety disappears. The goal coming after 14 minutes. His 25th of the season. Now Johnson. Gooding getting a foot in. Brian Johnson going on. Given away by Stancliffe. Difficult time in his career at Cardiff City, where he found scoring particularly difficult, but since his move here to Rotherham, the goal touch has returned. Stancliffe. To move reasonably freely. The referee having a word with Tony Towner, who was interfering with Chris Harrison's attempt to take the throw. Fern. This time Mountford giving the ball away. Now Murphy. Here's Brian Johnson. Helped by Nisbet. Who holds off Henson. Kemp was looking in at the near post and was onside that time. Ray Mountford, who had to win his place back from Graham Brown. Against Harrison. And he's got the free kick. Pushed by Phillips and Masters. Rotherham, who've looked dangerous when Tony Towner's been slinging the ball across the face of the Plymouth goal. Gooding, but Henson wanted it to feet. Gooding was playing it inside Foster. Header. Foster again, the busy defender.
Getting knocked down.
Sims guiding it on well, collected by Johnson. And it was Hodges coming in, and it might drop here for John Sims. Plymouth are level. 10 minutes left of the first half. Now Fern. There's a return of that early anxiety in the air. But Towner going on and bringing Rotherham another corner. Of course, 1 point is good enough for Rotherham. Should they be beaten, will be anxious awaiting of the news from Barnsley. Mullen. Hodges. More caught by Sims. With Johnson. Kemp and Sims. Well, he had a real chance then, John Sims. Plymouth certainly finishing the first half strongly. And Rotherham may well be glad to have the break on the referee's whistle. Sims giving chase again. Mr. Tilsley's had a look at the watch. And indeed, flows for half-time. It was a half that started well for Rotherham. Ronnie Moore just going through our picture there, putting them in front. But John Sims coming up with an equaliser for Plymouth. And the crowd here at Millmoor by no means certain that the banner proclaiming them as third division champions is as yet totally accurate.
That 1-1 scoreline at half-time means there's tension aplenty about Millmoor. But there's still time for the fans to savour a pie and an oxo, traditional Millmoor fare. The T-bar staff have their work cut out to serve all who require them in the 10-minute interval. However, somehow, some way, the cheerful tea ladies of Millmoor, as always, seem to manage the task. Soon, fans are returning to their place on the terrace in the stands to discuss the last 45 minutes of the season. 45 minutes which will see the Millers on to glory, or perhaps, unthinkably, the cup snatched away from their reaching arms at the 11th hour.
Start their last 45 minutes of the season, needing to show all the virtues of industry and application that have got them thus far. They won't be totally pleased with the news from Oakwell that Barnsley are leading Newport County 1-0 at half-time. But if the score stays the same here, there's no doubt about the destination of the championship. Seaman moving that left arm awkwardly. Caught by Colin Randall. Phillips and Masters. Towner trying to capitalise on the ball that rolled loose for a moment. Seaman. Here's Forrest. Which is again beavering away in midfield. Almost checked out to the far post if Towner can find him. Foster stretched out a leg. So too did Henson. And Towner had to be offside. Passing touch, Rotherham today. Maybe that subconsciously there's a certain amount of relaxation after promotion has been gained with 4 games remaining. Kemp directing it here for Johnson. Dispossessed skillfully by Henson. youngster who's been a tower of strength for Plymouth. Towner. Real chance for Seaman to collect that. He continues to put Hodges under pressure. And Foster caught with more breathing down his neck. Having to put it out for the throw inside the final quarter of an hour. United now really looking to try and mark this final game of the season by going on and winning it. Nearly helped by an own goal. The ball goes behind off Gordon Nisbet. Towner with the corner. Stancliffe and Seaman both going for it, and Mullen rather, and it's back with Towner again. Gooding. Towner just too slow getting back and prepared to debate the matter with the linesman. Climbing well, and Randall for Plymouth. And it's touched off Randall, and Fern can wrap it all up here. Rodney Fern salutes the goal, but surely confirms Rotherham United as champions of the 3rd Division. Certainly believe that. So here goes Kemp, running in to Jerry Forrest. Keeping with Rodney Fern's contribution over the second half of the season. So often, particularly away from home, his has been the decisive goal. Brecken plants it forward as the crowd prepare for the invasion to honour the achievement of Rotherham United. Just 2 minutes left. Foster's header. Here's Brecken. They'll get a corner, but whether they'll find room to take it is another matter.
Yes, spectators, please get inside the perimeter fence. Spectators, please get inside the perimeter fence. The match isn't over yet, come on.
Towner settles for no run-up and a short corner. Here's Henson. Plymouth pushing out. Left control again from Forrest. Fern. Can Moore make it? Well, it was a fine save from Crudgington. The referee waving play on. And Rotherham without anyone on the far post. Ronnie Moore with a chance to provide a true finale to the season, denied by Crudgington's bravery. Stancliffe. 30 seconds of normal time remaining. The crowd aren't aware of that, and they'll have to go back.
The game isn't over yet. Can you please get off the field? The game isn't over yet. Please get off the park. If you don't get off the park, the referee will stop the game. So please get off the playing area.
Here's Nisbet. We're into stoppage time. Years ago, Rotherham United won their last trophy when they were champions of the old 3rd Division North. Now they're on the verge of celebrating more silverware here at Millmoor. Again, there's a false alarm. The whistle was for an offside decision. Of the 3rd Division comes to Rotherham United and to Millmoor. Anton Johnson, the chairman, takes the congratulations. The players are rightly at the centre. Rodney Fearn's goal, 10 minutes from time, has racked up the win. Scenes here take place, and Ronnie Moore, scorer of the first goal, there's no way he'll be getting to the dressing room for a while. 16 months ago, 4th Division football seemed a more likely outcome, but now it's into the 2nd Division as champions for the first time since 1968. Lads, many congratulations. A very special day, and Ron, you started it off pretty well.
Yeah, you know, we got the sort of start that we really wanted, you know, and the lads say my left foot's a bit of a standing peg, you know, but I think they were quite happy when it went in tonight.
You look quite pleased as well.
Well, I was over the moon, to be truthful, you know, but I heard someone over in the crowd was shouting at bounce, we were winning 4-0, and that sort of made a bit of tension to the game. But when Rod stuck that away, really, I thought, you know, he took it ever so well. I don't know whether he stopped us, and I thought he was looking for a whistle, but it's a great goal from him.
John, looking back over the season now, what is it about Rotherham that have made you champions of the 3rd Division?
The ability to keep fighting all the way for 90 minutes. The team spirit is absolutely fantastic. There's no way we're ever going to get beat. But the lads fight and fight until the final minute, and they totally deserve it. And especially the gaffer and all the people behind the scenes. Pure beauty. It's been that 9 months hard work, and the lads deserve it. Every one of them, smashing.
And Tony, really, it's been a fairly newly constituted team in the sense that all 3 of you are part of new players. How quickly did you bed down, really, as a side?
Well, straight away. Well, we got to a dodgy. we got to a dodgy start, but that was after about 6 games. After about 6 games, really, we really got to know each other. It was really well, really good.
What's your name? And what about the 2nd Division now? What are your thoughts on it?
Well, I think we do well in that. No question, I think. What we seen at the side, what we seen at the side's very average, and we're a good side.
And it might be quite a night here at Millmoor tonight.
You better believe it. You get your tickets early.
Thanks, lads. Well played. Rod, can I take you back to the start of the season, because you weren't in the side and there was some problem with the role that you were going to play. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I just think I wanted to play midfield, and well, they didn't really want me to play there, the gaffer. As simple as that.
So you had to win your place back up front?
Yeah, I think I only played one reserve game up front, and with Dick Finney injured, a couple struggling like, I got a chance and I took it in the end.
Why didn't you want to play up front?
I thought it was easier in midfield, to be honest.
Well, you've shown it to be fairly easy up front. A lot of vital goals, and especially the one today, because I don't know, were you aware that Barnsley were 4 goals to the good at that point?
No idea, no. No idea.
What are your memories of the goal?
I thought I left it till 8.
Really?
And chipped him. Yeah.
But did you have time? I mean, it looked as though you
I
had an
thought I had
awful
a
lot
lot of time, to be honest. Probably had too much time. I thought I had too much time, but as it was, I think he got his fingertips to it, but it went in easy enough.
And how did it feel when it crossed the line?
Not bad, not bad.
Anton, can I have a reaction from the chairman?
Delighted, absolutely delighted. You know, this is what we've been striving for all season, and we've got it. Really delighted.
It's come so quickly, really. You know, your first full season as chairman.
So they tell me. I just thought it was a natural procedure with football.
Well, what are your views on why it's happened?
Well, at this particular point in time, I think I'd take a couple of days to tell you, but I think basically you've got to get everybody united here, and I mean, we're all sharing this today. I mean, it's just not the team, it's not just me, not the board. There's programming people out there, there's the guys who are sort of taking the tickets and everything. We're all one together, and we've all just been drinking together, and I think you must have a unit here, and we've got it. It's like a family.
You said 1 or 2 harsh things about the area since you've been up here in terms of the support. What are your feelings after a crowd of about 4,000 above average today?
Delighted. Yeah, again, delighted. I think, you know, success is coming and we are getting the people back, which I'm glad to say has happened the last few games, and no way we're going to move now.
Really?
Really.
That was my next
I know,
question,
I know.
obviously.
I thought I'd beat you to it.
That's definitely out of the way.
Definitely out of the way, yeah.
But you still feel that you have a big marketing job to do with the club to perhaps compete with the Sheffield Wednesdays and even the Barnsleys?
Sure, I'm sure we have, but it's all something for us to get organised during the summer. Looking forward to it.
And in the short term, it's a few glasses of champagne.
I think we might squeeze a couple in tonight.
Anton, thanks and many congratulations.
Pleasure, thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Well, here's a man who's not just won the 3rd Division Championship today. There's a fair bit of money coming your way, John. Tell us a little bit about that story.
Yes, Ladbrokes betting shop across the road asked me to open it, and they gave me a £25 free bet at the beginning of the season, and
for your testimonial.
For my testimonial, and 66 to 1 for the championship.
How much is that exactly?
It's around about £1,600.
And what are you going to do with it? Does it go straight into the fund?
I said the first day I put it on that it goes into the players' pool, and we're going to share it between the players.
You've been here a long time, John. What is it about this side that has got them out of the 3rd Division?
Yeah, I've been a long time, 13 years. I can remember down at the bottom of the 4th. I think the atmosphere has been tremendous this year. The lads, the new lads that's come in, everybody, it's just been one big happy family, right down to the groundsmen, even the washerwomen, everything. The club's just one big happy family, and that's the difference. There's no little cliques and this, that and the other. The lads are tremendous.
So it's a strong foundation to take into the 2nd Division?
Yeah, definitely.
John, thanks very much indeed.
Thank you.
Smash.
2 hours later, crowds and TV cameras have gone, but Chairman Johnson has no doubts how it feels to have won the title.
Nice, very nice indeed. There's no question of that, yeah, great.
And of course, everybody now looks to the future, as they do in every football club. There's speculation of all sorts of things, and one can't deal in speculation because, as the crowd sing, que sera, sera. But as far as Rotherham United are concerned, it's not just a question of what will be, it's a question of what must be done, must be done. What do you see to be done?
Well, we've got lots and lots of things to do, and as I say, we've got 3 months in this closed season, and I'll get with all my staff, and then we can start sorting ourselves out, and we can start getting everything organised for next season.
What do you think about those seats over there? Do you think they're feasible to be covered?
Most definitely, yes. We've got plenty of covering to do, lots and lots.
In fact, if we look at those seats, how do you see the stand, if we ever get to the situation where we can build it, being constructed? And so to the dawning of a new future. Emlyn Hughes, OBE, became manager of Rotherham United Football Club in July. In the same month, a contract to cover the seating area was signed. One great day was over, but the seeds of further hope for great days to come were sown.